Welcome to the Liberated Mind Podcast, where we have in-depth conversations with experts in mindset, finance, health and wellness, nutrition, relationships, natural law, and so much more to help us break free from past limiting beliefs and subconscious programming so we can create a well-rounded life of success and abundance for ourselves and the people we love. Our promise to you is that you will positively benefit from every episode and every guest we bring on. We are here to emancipate ourselves from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our minds. Welcome to the Liberated Mind Podcast. I'm your host, Michael Pickens, and we have a very special guest with us today. He's one of my partners in crime. We work very closely on a bunch of different projects, and that is Gus Fahrendorf, the Funnel Philosopher. Welcome, Gus.
Hello, and thank you very much for having me today. I really appreciate doing these with you. I learned so much.
I'm excited.
They're fun.
Because today's topic is something that we both are very familiar with, and that is perseverance. What is perseverance, Gus?
Oh, man. In a nutshell, perseverance really is persistence with pain. I mean, perseverance, you will work for anything. It doesn't matter what they throw at you. You are going to accomplish your goal. A real good one of this is every now and then to revert to the Bible. You think of Job, right? I mean, God let Satan throw everything at this dude, according to the Bible, right? And certain people's beliefs. Job got swallowed by a whale. He got pox. I mean, they could not throw anything at this guy to stop him because God and Satan had a bet. And Satan's like, I bet I can mess with this cat so bad, he's going to blow you off. And God's like, So God just opened the doors, threw everything at him, and Job did not budge. He's like, I don't care what you make me do. I am not giving up my faith in God.
There it is.
There it is.
In a nutshell, right?
Yeah.
So you have a goal that is so important to your soul, to your spirit, to making it a reality that you're going to power through no matter what happens. And a story that I really like that reminds me of perseverance is one of George Washington at Valley Forge, right? So the revolution was failing. His troops were starving. Their boots were broken, barefoot, bloodied, right? But you know what? They just kept going. He believed in it. He wrote letter after letter after letter, asking for help, asking for support when Congress wouldn't provide it. And guess what? He made it through, and they eventually, won the Revolutionary War.
Yeah.
Because of that perseverance. And he could have quit. He could have given up. He could have surrendered, but he didn't.
I did the lawn the other day. Whenever I listen to the lawn, I just listen to books. And so I was cranking Napoleon Hill again, right? And I have to listen to these things so many times or else I really won't understand them. Finally, on the 99th time, it's like, oh, now I get it.
Yeah.
And what he was saying is talking about Thomas Edison and the light bulb. He has 10,000 tries, right? And it wasn't that Thomas Edison actually did that, tried the light bulb 10,000 times. He was just working through his processes because in his mind, he saw the light bulb working and the world lit up. So he's going through this 10,000 times, but to him, it was just the process. It wasn't like, oh yeah, shit. Oh darn it, oh dang it, oh darn. It was just until I get that light bulb. And that to me is just almost the perfect definition of persistence. It's like there's no detriment. It's coming. It's on its way. It's a matter of time. It's when, not if, right?
Exactly. Yeah. So the mindset behind it is that you're going to fail along the way. You're going to make mistakes. There's going to be resistance, things coming up in front of you, right? But fail is an acronym, first attempt in learning, right? So everything that comes up, every adversary, every challenge, that is an opportunity to get better. And that's how I've looked at it in business and in life. It's like you can either, face everything and run, or face everything and rise, right? You have a choice to make at that point. Like, are you going to keep going? Well, it really depends on what you have invested in the project, right? Whether it's money, whether it's time already, years of your life put into a project, put into a book, put into a play, put into whatever it is that you're looking to accomplish. You have to decide whether that challenge is worth you rising up to meet it or running away from it, right? And that's where the persistence and the perseverance come in, because we have to make a decision at that point.
Yeah, to touch on that, it's not just a blind endurance. You have the faith of the outcome.
Sure. Yeah, you believe it so much. It's there. You can taste it, right?
Yeah, that's the temporary defeat thing, right? To signpost pointing you, hey, you're on your way. Keep going, man. Yeah. That is true.
Yeah. So, look at that analogy. Like you're trying to make a delicious meal, right? And then you have all of these ingredients. Well, let's say, you go to crack an egg to make an omelet and you get shell in the egg, in the omelet, right? Mm-hmm. What are you going to do? You're going to throw it all away, or are you just going to fish those little pieces of shell out and you're going to keep going?
Yep.
Right. To make that omelet or whatever it is you're looking to make. If you make a mistake along the way, you're not just going to toss everything out.
Oh, for sure. No, you can't. That's just another signpost. You're on your way. Yep. You got an eggshell, deal with it. I mean, if you had a chef, it wouldn't happen, but guess what? You're cooking today. So just do it.
Absolutely.
There's a lot of them out there, I guess. What is that? Quitters never win and winners never quit.
That's it, man.
Yeah. So
I just pulled up. Go ahead.
It's perseverance has been around so much, and it's so omnipresent that there are all these little cliches and little sayings and everything built around it, because it is that detrimental to your success. Perseverance. You persevere.
Yeah, dude. So there's, I pulled up the Law of Success by Napoleon Hill and opened up to a page on failure, right? It looks like it's all messed up here, but there's a poem in here. When nature wants to drill a man and thrill a man and skill a man, when nature wants to mold a man to play the noblest part, when she yearns with all her heart to create so great and bold a man that all the world shall praise, watch her method, watch her ways, how she ruthlessly perfects whom she royally elects, how she hammers him and hurts him, and with mighty blows converts him.
Oh, that's something I'd have to read a couple times. That's pretty cool.
Oh, yeah. It is. Like, it shows like you're going to get beat down along the way. There's shit going to get thrown at you if you're doing something worth doing, right?
Well, yeah, really. I mean, if you're on your way to do something, there's going to be resistance. If there's no resistance.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, we're both in business. And it's like, if you come up with this fantastic idea, a little sidebar, it's like, wow, nobody else is doing it. This is great. It's like, chances are there's a reason nobody else is doing it, So that's why you're going to have resistance, because there's going to be competition. Just a little sidebar on that note. But that's nice. You got to send me that later. Or at least tell me where I can find it.
Yep, absolutely. I'll get you the page. Yeah, so here's a couple really good quotes on it. Samuel Johnson: great works are performed not by strength, but by perseverance. Right?
Yeah.
And then there's that Japanese proverb, fall 7 times, stand up 8.
It brings us right into the raising children, right? Your kid falls down, what do you say? Oh, you've tried enough. Don't worry about it. We'll pick you up for the rest of your life. We'll put you on this little thing and carry you through town. Don't worry. No, you tell your kid to get up and do it again. Come on. You hold out little pieces of candy, and then they come forward and they fall down. So what do? You take 2 more steps back. Or candy's not the right thing, but a bottle or some kind of a treat.
Yeah.
Carrot on a stick. Come on.
$20 bill.
Oh, now you're making me think of the cover of Nirvana.
Oh, man.
That's funny. With the
But
kids
it's so
swimming in
true,
the
right?
dollar bill.
Fall 7 times, stand up 8. When you're a kid, when you're learning to ride a bike, you start going, you're gonna fall, right? You're gonna scrape your knee. And guess what? You got to get back on that bike. You got to keep going. You got to learn these skills necessary to be successful.
Yeah, yeah. And it's not usually about like an endless grind of having the pain, but if you don't
No.
have a grind, there's not going to be any creative persistence, so to say. I mean,
Well,
it's not just digging ditches and using strength. It's you've got to traverse the minefield.
absolutely. So you got to learn from the mistakes, right? It's only a mistake if you don't learn from it. Otherwise, it's a lesson. So if you learn from those mistakes, you're not going to deal with it again. Those same problems that beat you down that one time, they probably don't beat you down anymore right now in whatever it is you were trying to learn. Now you can go ride a bike.
Yep.
You're rarely falling, right?
Yeah,
It doesn't happen anymore because you've got your balance down. You've learned it in your brain and your subconscious. Same thing in business. If something happens, if a product is made incorrectly, you get feedback, right? And then you fix it. You change the operating procedures, and now you've got a good product, you know? And that's how you learn. That's how you grow. But you have to be willing to go after your goals and your dreams and whatever it is. You've got to take those risks and you got to step outside. You got to hop on that bike and you got to go.
Yeah, and I like what you just said about the feedback too. It's not always about crossing the finish line, but it's that fulfillment that comes from the daily progress. You can get feedback from someone else or from yourself. You know, if you're a marathon runner, you know, you run by yourself and you shorten your time. Boom, boom, boom. You're going to see that progress. And that's just one of the things that come in life, right? I mean, if you do not exert yourself to get your own progress, being persistent, you know, I mean, what's the reason for it? I mean, persevere on, right? It's the rewards.
So
which would go with it. Yeah, that's a little off topic again. Sorry about that.
no, you're right on track. I coach a handful of political candidates, right? And a big part of running for office is talking to random people in the street or door to door or at events, right? Talking to random people. You have no idea what they're going to say. However, it's a numbers game and you have to talk to as many as possible. Some will, some won't. So what? Someone's waiting, right? And you have to sort through the people who don't want to hear what you have to say to the ones who do want to hear what you have to say. And in that, you know, endeavor of running for office, especially if it's a third party candidate, the chances of them winning are very slim. They got to do a lot of work to win, to get enough votes to cross the finish line. So a lot of times a win for those candidates aren't necessarily winning at the ballot box, getting 51% of the vote. It's the 1,000 people that they've impacted that voted for them, right? Or the hundreds or, you know, thousands, whatever it is. It's like they were able to influence enough people and have an impact on those certain people and spread the ideas to those certain people to where they have to look at that as a win also and success. And then figuring out what it is in their campaign that they did right to get those 1,000 people to vote for them and now expand it to the other people, right? And just build on that one campaign and go on to the second campaign. One thing, you know, with candidates that I coach, I ask them in the beginning, what happens if you don't actually win the election? What would you do? Would you give up or would you run again? Right? And that's the test. Because if they say, oh no, I just want to run one time and that's it. I was like, okay, well, I don't have time for you then. I'm not going to invest my time into someone who's just going to give up after the first time. And if, you know, they fail. So the ones though that are going to run again, that are committed to running again, or at least helping other candidates, that knowledge that I give to them and all the lessons they're going to learn throughout the campaign experience, you know, when they talk to that voter that hates their ideas and they get cussed at, or that, you know, whatever it is, they got to keep going. They got to go to the next person and understand that the next person is going to be completely different.
I mean, that it really sums up to like Viktor Frankl. I don't know if I know you must. You know, Man's Search for Meaning. I mean, he was the perseverance, it flows from your purpose. And to go
Yep.
with the candidates, like you just said, are they going to run once and then quit? Or is it their actual purpose in life, not their main goal to be president or anything like that, but it's a purpose in life to improve mankind. And
Mhm.
obviously and that would be through the political arm, being, left, right, center, green, libertarian, or any others, but it's got to be a purpose. It's like, I want to
Yep.
change things. I got to change them. The processes are wrong. And so it comes from more of your soul and in your heart. And it's like, there's no way I'm quitting. I don't care how much I suffer. Because this isn't really suffering, because this is what I'm here for. This is my gig, man. Right?
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
you can like bear almost anything.
Yeah. So, my purpose is to help people improve themselves, get from where they are to where they're choosing to be using subconscious reprogramming. And this is why I do what I do. I could list off, 100 plus people that I've helped that I know have their lives have improved because I was a part of their life, right? They've gotten better. They've gotten more fulfillment out of their life because I help coach them. Right. And that to me is a great purpose. That's why I continue to do this. Like, we don't make money releasing these videos. We're not, we're benefiting. Yeah. Maybe someone buys my book, that's cool. Maybe someone wants me to coach them. That's great. That's awesome. But there's so many people that are just going to watch this and get a ton of value. And that allows us that feeling inside, knowing that we're making a positive difference for someone, to keep going.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yep.
Even like maybe we don't feel like it right now. I got some other stuff to do, but you know what? I'm going to pause that. I'm going to knock this out with Gus.
Yep.
We're going to talk about perseverance. We're going to persevere through those feelings of wanting to do something else or having to do something else. And we're going to make it happen. And then we're going to release it. And someone listening right now is going to benefit from this. So
yep. Somebody will take in a message that they can apply, and their life will improve from that nanosecond forever.
absolutely.
It's all the micro wins that make it great. It doesn't go gone. It goes ding, 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 ding over your entire lifetime. So yeah.
Oh man. And it's beautiful because you learn so much along the way.
Mm-hmm.
And then now when I'm looking to do something similar, it's like, I already know all the steps. I've already walked that path multiple times, and I can get things done so much faster and just boom, knock it out, done, on to the next thing. But if I didn't go through that tough part of trying to figure it out, right? And so I've had people who've worked with me in the past, and we print our own labels, right? And the label printer and the software is very complicated to learn, right? I learned it by watching videos on how to use the software. Some people that I've that have worked with me, like, I'm like, here's the software. Here's where you can find the videos on how to do it. They just can't do it. It's like, for some reason, they're not connecting it, or they just don't have the desire to learn it.
Yeah.
Like, they don't have the perseverance to go through and watch every video every minute and go back and forth and have to rewatch things, right? They just want someone else to show them directly.
Yeah.
But you don't necessarily,
Yeah, the world takes all kinds and all flavors. The one thing I've noticed as I get older all the time, and here comes the wisdom and everything, by talking to people, if by the words they use and by the way they hold themselves, you can tell that do they want to learn how to do something, or are they just talking to you to burn my time? You can feel that out, and this is, a little bit off again, but it's like, I'll lower my perseverance levels if these people really do not want to learn. I'll like throw a couple things out there, a couple hooks. Hey, you can do it this way. This will help. Can help you do this. And if that's like negativity, I'll say, well, then, you know what? You're right. Good luck with that. God bless you. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Yep.
Get on to somebody who wants to be helped.
And this is the thing, perseverance, it's definitely an inner idea or an inner concept, right? But it's also taught at some levels, right? The perseverance is also taught, right? So, I look back at my childhood, and, both my parents worked. My mom was a teacher, dad was an electrician. And sometimes, my dad would if there were storms going on, power poles got knocked over, he got called out. He did 24-hour shifts, right?
Wow.
To get power back on. And it's just that type of work ethic. My grandpa had almond orchards. My uncle had a dairy. We go dig ditches, shovel cow shit, right? It was just constantly, stuff going on, work, progress, things like that. And I think I learned a lot of that when I was a kid. And now, my work ethic is a lot better because of it. And then some people, they grow up and, they're on welfare, or their mom just sits at home and watches TV all day, eats Twinkies, or like that gets programmed into them as well. They learn that that's what they're supposed to be doing, right? They mirror that.
Yeah, that's the comfort zone they were raised in. It takes a special kind of person. You and I are that kind of people. The people watching this are that kind of people. Literally, if the people that are not watching this video are the people that are probably just watching cartoons and they're 50 years old, right? I mean, you have to want to learn, have to want to apply. And I guess that's kind of perseverance right there in itself. It's like, you don't know what you don't know. And then so you get a thirst for it. And then you build your own systems. And the more that you learn, to find that everything that we're doing and that successful people do is modular, and everything stacks on top of each other. I mean, the pain is a lot more palatable because you know the reward is coming. And then it's not even pain. It's like, dang, if I didn't feel that smack upside the head, I wouldn't appreciate this as much, It's like that sucked a lot, and it took a long time. And man, and now I've got a rocking brand new Harley Davidson because that's what I wanted. I put up with what I had to put up with, and my reward, right?
Absolutely. So you also have to realize, like, a lot of this is programmed. Someone can reprogram their subconscious mind to be persevere when issues come up. You can program your subconscious mind. Like, if someone says, you probably heard this before, I'm not a morning person. You ever heard anyone say that?
I can get right in on that. When I met my wife and moved in and we got married, it took me 2 years to become a morning person. But now I'm up between 4:30 and 5.
If you just change that language, so I'm not a morning person, to I am a morning person. I love waking up early and working towards my goals. And if you say that to yourself, twice a day for 30 days, you will become a morning person.
True.
There's a book called Conscious Autosuggestion by Emil Coué. It was written in the early 1900s or late 1800s. And he talks about how he used to cure people. He was a pharmacist, right? And he would give people medicine, and some people would get better and some wouldn't get better with the same ailment and the same medicine, right? So he's what's going on? So he started having all of his patients and customers repeat the phrase, every day in every way, I'm getting better and better. Every day in every way, I'm getting better and better. And he used this. He had everyone get a string and put 21 knots in the string, right? And every morning when you wake up, you're supposed to say that 21 times. You go through it, right? Every time you say it. And then in the evening before you go to bed, you do the same thing. Every day in every way, I'm getting better and better. And he found that the people that did that healed faster, whether they were taking the medication or not, whether they were taking a placebo, right?
Yep.
It was very interesting on how the subconscious mind works. And it's the same thing with whatever else anyone wants to be. If they want to become more resilient when those negative situations happen and able to persevere, you could literally say, I persevere through difficult times, 21 times every morning and every evening. Yep. If a challenge comes up, I find the solution quickly and easily. And you say that over and over and over again, and then it goes into your subconscious mind. So when a challenge does come up, boom, you're on it.
Oh, and it gets easier and easier all the time too.
Yeah, that's neurohacking perseverance right there.
Yeah, yeah. Just the powers in self-talk, for everything, including perseverance, to say things like I am, not I want to, I'm gonna, I should, someday I'll. It's I am doing this now. I am doing this tomorrow. I am. Just those two things change my way of thinking and my subconscious programming tremendously over the past decade. I am. It's like, oh, I wish I could do that. Oh, I want to do it. No, I am doing that. I am going there. I do have that.
Yes.
It's huge. It's huge. I mean, that plant, that almost, I guess it actually is, for lack of a better word, that does give the deadline. I am doing that tomorrow. Deadlines. It's the reward. Again, there's just so many ways to look at this, but you persevere to the reward. You put up with the pain to get the reward. That's really what it, and the reward can be a new Harley, a new bike, a new place to go to dinner that's very expensive, money for your kids' doctor bills. I mean, it's everything and anything. It's risk and reward, and work and risk and reward. So, and it's
absolutely.
Is just a good way to look at it, a good way to frame it. Because the more painful it is, odds are the more pleasurable it's going to be.
Yeah. So in the Bible, there's a lot of quotes on this too. The I am quotes in the Bible, as he is, so are we in this world, right? I am he, I am the Alpha and Omega. These are affirmations that we can use in our daily life, right? And Neville Goddard talks about this a lot in his books, the I am statements that, we are co-creators with God, if you believe in that, right? We are co-creators. We can decide, right? Faith without works is dead. So you have to have the faith, and then you got to take action on that. And you got to persevere. You got to make it happen. Faith without works is dead, right? We're either growing or dying. God, G-O-D, growing or dying, right?
There's no in between. That's what if you're not growing, you're dying.
Yep. Flower, if the flower isn't blooming, it's wilting, right? So we're, that's life. We can choose. Everything's changing every second, minute, and hour of the day. Either we're moving forward or we're moving backwards. You might take a day off and you could just stand still right there, but
if you're not growing, you're dying. Because even if people are like saying, well, I'm consistent, I'm holding my own. No, you're not. You're treading water, and eventually you're going to die, right? Because if it's money, inflation will get you. Taxes will get you. If you're not growing, you're dying. You may have a nanosecond of, 0, 50-50, but it don't last for long. I mean, you're either growing or you're dying. End of story.
Yep.
Another one, just for fun. Talent may open doors. Grit keeps them open. I don't know why
that
jumped into my mind. That's pretty good. Yeah, you can open the doors. Talent will open the door, and the grit will keep them open. Get your foot in the door versus getting through the door, making the sale, whatever the goal is. Boom. Open the doors and then keep them open.
Yeah, repeat sales, repeat customers, those relationships.
Well, very good.
Awesome, man. All right, so how are we gonna close this out? I'll cut this section out right here.
Well, hey, okay, so you're gonna cut it out. Boom. So back on. Another cool guy. I like Stoicism. I follow that. Funnel Philosopher. Marcus Aurelius. If it's endurable, then endure it. Stop complaining. That's it. I mean, the Stoics saw perseverance as a spiritual discipline and accepting discomfort as the divine training for character. So then you obviously get to the promised land.
Awesome. And I'll leave everyone with my favorite quote on this, or one of my favorite quotes. Perseverance is the silent partner of mastery, and that's Brian Tracy. And if you're looking to master someone, you have to repeat it, right? And repetition is the third law of learning. You got to repeat it over and over and over again, and you're going to get good because you learn all the ways not to do it, like Thomas Edison and that light bulb.
Yes. He did not. Yes, he saw the vision, followed the process. He didn't fail once. People say he failed 10,000 times. He didn't fail at all. It's just that the loop kept burning out. That's not a failure. That's just learning how it doesn't work.
The failures along the way are the natural byproduct of the process of seeking success. That's what the failures are. this natural byproduct of moving forward. So
I cannot agree with that more. That was
awesome, man.
Perfect way. All right, brother.
All right. So where can people find you?
Oh, you can just Google the Funnel Philosopher. As we make more of these videos and we get together and grow with each other to awesomeness, I'll figure out websites and stuff. But other than that, Google Gus Fahrendorf. It's all good. Doesn't matter.
Awesome.
I'm on Facebook.
Right, man.
Come and say hi.
I appreciate your time.
Yep. You as well. Thanks a lot, man. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye. What if the only thing holding you back was a belief? The Liberated Mind book helps you reprogram your subconscious so you can finally break free from limiting beliefs. Can't stop procrastinating? You'll learn how to install new mental habits that stick. Struggling with self-doubt? You'll discover how to silence that inner critic with daily tools and rewiring techniques. Having a hard time controlling your eating and drinking habits? Get in shape, release excess weight, and grow self-esteem. From building confidence to healing emotional blocks, this book shows you how to create improvements that last. After you finish reading or listening to the audiobook, join our Liberated Mind Mastermind community for consistent support and encouragement on your journey, and take part in our 90-day self-improvement challenge. You can purchase the book on Amazon or at liberatedmindpodcast.com.